Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about Karl Marx theory of economic development. Karl Marx presented his theory of economic development in his famous book named Das Kapital. According to this theory, production means generation of value, and value is generated by labor, and value generated by labor is called surplus value, or we can say the profit. This profit will increase capital accumulation, and capital accumulation increase investment, output, employment and income. Eventually our economy will grow. According to this theory, total value of output is equal to C plus V plus S. Here C is constant capital, that means machinery, material. V is variable capital, that means labor. S is surplus value. Surplus value means value generated by labor. And we can calculate surplus value when we minus value of output produced by labor from wages paid to them. Suppose value of output produced by labor is equal to 500 and wages paid to them is equal to 100. 500 minus 100 is equal to 400. This 400 will be called surplus value, or we can say 400 will be called profit, which is earned by capitalistic. And according to this theory, rate of surplus value, or we can say rate of exploitation, is equal to S over V. Here S is surplus value, V is variable capital, and rate of profit is equal to S over C plus V. Here S is surplus value, C is constant capital, V is variable capital. This theory also talk about organic composition of capital. Organic composition of capital is ratio of constant capital to variable capital. Here C is constant capital, V is variable capital. Constant capital means machinery, material, variable capital means labor, and surplus value is generated by labor, as we earlier discussed. According to this theory, organic composition of capital and profit have an inverse relation. When organic composition of capital increase, our profit will fall. But why? Increase in organic composition of capital means we require more capital in order to produce the same surplus value. V is variable capital means labor, and surplus value is generated by our labor. So if organic composition of capital increase, that means we need more capital in order to produce same surplus value. That's why when organic composition of capital increase, our profit fall. This theory also talk about a reserve army of labor. Reserve army of labor are group of employees who are unemployed but they are willing and ready to work. Now we understand this theory with the help of this diagram. On x-axis we have labor and y-axis we have wages and output. This DD and DD1 are labor demand curve, LS is labor supply curve. R is our initial equilibrium point and wages are OW and output is OD. Difference between wages and output, this DW will be called surplus value, or we can say the profit. Now suppose our output increase, now our output is OD1 and wages are OW, and difference between wages and output, this whole part will be called profit of capitalistic. This whole part will be called profit of capitalistic. But after certain time period, profit of capitalistic will fall. But why? Because organic composition of capital will increase. As we know, organic composition of capital and profit have an inverse relation. Increase in organic composition of capital means we require more capital in order to produce same surplus value. Or we can say that increase in organic composition of capital means we are increasing our constant capital like material, machinery, but reducing our variable capital, labor. But our main surplus value, our main profit generated by our labor. Here you can see after certain time period our labor demand curve shift backward. That means we are reducing our labor demand. Here you can see our output increase from OD to OD1, but we increase only LD1 amount of labor because we are using labor saving technology. We are increasing organic composition of capital, we are increasing machinery, material, but not doing so much demand of labor. That's why R1 S1 part of labor are unemployed, and these unemployed labor will called reserve army of labor, and reserve army of labor will not tolerate exploitation for long time period because they are unemployed, and or those are employed, they are receiving very less wages, so they will not tolerate these kind of exploitation for long time period. That's why they will revolt against capitalistic. As a result, capitalistic will end and socialistic will born, according to this theory. So this is all about Karl Marx theory of economic development. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.